Yogi has me wondering how much Warcraft 3 is. How much is Warcraft 3? Warcraft 3. How are they charging 30? Why is every old game $30 on these? Oh my goodness. Well, that's not happening. I got Submarine Titans for 49 cents. That was one of the greatest deals of all time. Some might say a steal. So this game does have music, but we need to actually build the rides that have music. Great. So what is this area, anyways? They have like a big. Oh God. Okay. This is what we're gonna do. Can't build when game is paused. Make our little food court here. Burger. The burger talks to us. The Toad Burger. So what do we think of the Nintendo World Championships game that they released on the Switch? And I'm now finding out they edited the game. So you can only certain like wild thing. Let's make it so that only certain glitches are allowed. That sounds like a terrible idea. Okay, scrambled eggs. We got to get people in our park. Is that the correct? It is the correct height. Sure. No one really likes scrambled eggs, but we need rides at this park. I really should be playing Terra Invicta. There was a plan. This I guess no one knows. So COVID happened. That sucked. We're still like getting tired a lot, but and we still cough a bunch. Not crazy, but like I'm really tired of it being in the back of my throat. Something like that. So we want to have some kind of a coaster here. I guess. Sure. Wait, Haunted House does not cost $1, guys. It's not happening. We need roller coaster. We currently only have the classic mini coaster, which doesn't really have a whole lot of choices. Crazy Caterpillar's okay. That'll get us started here. So we can't build outside the fence. I guess we just do this. I guess this is okay. $2 is fine. Them's $1998. Oh, Custard Dinger. I'm well aware, game. I'm well aware. Alright, that'll work. Oh, I should open up the park. Oh, this is bad. We don't want to do that. That's like way too much of a line for this ride. But I'll deal. Row, row, row your boat. We don't have a lot of rides. I need like roller coasters. I suppose I could just build another classic. I'm just not sure I can make it very exciting for these patrons. It's gonna cost me too much money. Is that Midori? Hi, Midori. Yeah, this game is really good. I was helping Koya get it to run properly because we were having all kinds of issues. I got COVID. I'm okay. Anthrocon went great. Aunt Foolish is holding me hostage. Told me to stream and then didn't even show up. But I mean, so I had like a 102 fever that wasn't going away for a few. Oh god, it's Ant. Also, I need to make Midori and Ridley a mod if they aren't already. I updated the mods, which is basically everybody that shows up. So yeah, so I get back from Anthrocon, and it hit the following morning, and I'm like, crap, everyone here's been exposed and everything. But I just was miserable. I had 102 fever. So of course I called the nephrologist and everybody, and they were like, if your fever doesn't like go down, you need to go to urgent care or something like the following day. And then I realized I actually did a COVID test because I'm like, everyone I was around, literally everyone I was around got COVID. Literally everybody. So I do a COVID test and I'm like, shit, it's COVID. So I'm calling urgent cares because I'm like, well, I feel miserable in the fever. Like, it really wasn't like terrible, but I mean, it was just like, we gotta have a plan and take care of it. So we do that. Yeah, that's what seems to be the case, Ant, is another good friend of mine, Tezcat. They just posted that they got COVID. They didn't get it from Anthrocon. They got it like a week after. Like, I think just right now, the weather conditions and how the season's moved and whatever, like, yeah. But anywho, so I've been vaccinated like 6 or 7 times now, and the last one was like 3 months ago, maybe 4 months. So that seemed to have lessened the severity a lot. But basically, I ended up going to the ER because look at all they'll jump in. They're very happy. We're going to build another roller coaster once we go with story time here. But we need, like, cash to do it. But, yeah, so I ended up at an ER because I didn't realize it wasn't an urgent care, but it's also an ER that is, like, brand new here and isn't really heavily utilized. So, get in, basically seen, like, right away. Game is excellent. What I would well, I'll get to that in a second. How do I say it? So basically, there's like a lot of drugs I can't take. In this specific case, like maximum dose Tylenol is okay. So that's what we determined was the best option. We had remdesivir. Paxlovid is not something I should ever take. In fact, when the woman was very, very nice and actually printed off all of the drug interactions and all the recommendations. There was like a whole flow chart and stuff. Oh, goodness. Archipelago for that. So, is the chat showing up on screen? I hope it is. Okay, good. This is very small. So, yeah. So there was this massive list, and it's basically she basically says it interacts with every single drug, and it's terrible. So basically, unless you're actually dying, they don't really want to use any of these drugs on anybody. And I really think that them pushing it and not talking about exactly what it is, just that I was told that we get really sick. We just have to be ready for that. So they had a referral for remdesivir and whatever, and of course I got the health department calling me and everything else. So, no, I haven't, and the game looked too easy from a managerial perspective, so I wasn't very interested in it. Isn't that terrible? If the game's not actually hard, I lose disinterest very quickly. Oh, the chat is stuck behind the game. That's not good. Oh, because I just added it. I literally just added it. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Oh. It looks cool, like Zoo Tycoon looks cool and stuff, but like the kind of game I'm interested in doing is learning. Game Boy Advance has a game called, it's Jurassic Park, like Dino Park Tycoon. So you have to breed the dinosaurs because people want the cool dinosaurs, but you also have to manage the money of the park too. And I always find it interesting, kind of figuring out the formulas for those games. Is that Sensible Stream? Who is that? Oh, it's Fortuna. How you doing? My window is slightly... Now I can see people's names. But yeah, so we set it all up, and thankfully the fever broke like a few days after. But of course, basically I just got what would be pretty close to a sinus infection and a lingering cough. And the ant pile. What are these requests, Ant? You already got a stream. Now you want other things. We need to hire some handymen. They need to clean up the puke in the park. Ooh, we can build a better coaster. Oh. I came the moment you mentioned Antercon and Fever. Oh no, what did I just close? I just closed a window. No, there's scenarios. There's scenarios, Ant. I have no idea what window I just closed. Thanks, Windows. Here, I'll show you. So the game has, like, the first game has 2 expansions, and basically each set has like 20 scenarios. This is Roller Coaster Tycoon scenarios, and then they had a bunch of downloadable extras and things. And these you can build your own, where they give you... I think there is somewhere you can like hack this scenario. But I think there's cheats. I think whenever you finish a scenario, you can just keep playing, even if you lose. So... It's on GOG, man. Oh no. Are people lost? Oh no. Oh no, was the boat hire a terrible decision? Do I have people who are lost? I'm sure you can find it elsewhere, but the easiest way to do it, they just had a sale on GOG for this, it just ended. But what I'm using is a program called OpenRCT 2. In order for OpenRCT 2 to work, you need Roller Coaster Tycoon 2, because that has all the asset packs. There's an option within it to load RCT 1. You'd load the original game here. And then that's how you have everything in one. And the nice thing about this is you have fast forward and like a lot of yeah, it's on Steam too. But three I mean, honestly, the first and second, like the first game is probably the best game, but like they're kind of all the same and they're all fine. They're all really good. So like if you enjoy them, you might as well play them all, I guess. But it's not like you're going to get a crazy different experience between all of them. I believe on 3, if like the thing I was told is if you really care about riding your rides, then you probably would want to play 3. But I figured I'd revisit these prior to... There's water park stuff in this too. Do we have any good pre-builts for... We really don't. Alright, let's try it. Do we even have money to do this? How much money do I have? Not a lot. Alright, let's make our boat hire even worse. Assuming we change. We don't have S-bends on this. There's no. I can't charge for the on-ride photo. Oh dear. Oh. Oh boy. I have a feeling that people are not going to like this ride. We shall see. Why am I not allowed to build? Too high for the supports. So take one down. I don't think we're going to be allowed to build very high here. Yeah, basically. Sensible streamer. Yogi made me want to play Warcraft 3 or Age of Empires. But I kind of don't want to play like people. Like I'll play the AI or like a thing. This is going to be a really tough one to do. This like I don't have a lot of options with this coaster. Normally you have like all kinds of crazy options. This game is still amazing. Like it's crazy. It's crazy how good it is. Okay, we don't want to go too crazy here. The best part is that you could like if you could get a fursuiter or whatever, an entertainer. Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly assembler, but basically an assembler-like language. Which is I was telling Koya this because they were having issues with the game, and we were gonna jam yesterday, and then we spent like tech stream. Uh, it, on old machines, it was a very common thing in the '90s for you to purchase a $60 game and for it to not work correctly because of system or whatever. This coaster is going to be terrible, by the way, just so we're clear. I'm trying to give it enough drops that it's still fun, I guess. I'm trying. But yeah, so that'd be a very common thing to purchase a game and then have it be where you didn't have, you know, this is really bad, but we're doing it. Yeah, just make it all go away. We're gonna have to test this ride to make sure I'm not an idiot. The other thing this ride doesn't have is brakes, which is very scary to me. No brakes. I forget what story time was, briefly. But, yes, words. Alright. Alright. Oh, but we didn't lose. Didn't kill a patron there. Alright, let's see. Oh, I gotta build an entrance to the ride. Okay. Sure. I hope this ride is fun for people's. Let's see how dumb it is. But yeah, so basically, old games, you'd purchase a game and it wouldn't necessarily run on your machine, which is a very bad problem, right? And you're mad. So this guy basically, Chris Sawyer made a ton of money because because of the way that he programmed it, no matter how bad your system was, it worked on every system. Everyone's going to puke on this ride, aren't they? This is going to be really bad. This is going to be really, really, really bad. So what we're looking for, so one of the cool things you can do in this game, well, FMVs in the day and stuff, and just all the like that's partly why this game was built so solidly. Is like everyone like I found out about this game by word of mouth, and I just went and bought it, and I never even had to think about it. Okay, this is kind of not fun right here. This needed to go down more. It'll work. We'll see what the testing says, how fun it is. My assumption is it kind of doesn't go fast enough. And like here is Puke City. My assumption is Puke City. So we're looking... If it has an excitement score of 6 or higher, that'd be amazing. We actually did well. So you got a nausea, excitement, and intensity rating. We actually didn't do too badly. It's a pretty decent ride length and ride time. It has 7 drops, and none of the vertical, like, none of the G-forces are crazy. So that means we can actually charge a substantial amount of money for this ride. And we also are going to make a nice big line. A big line this ride. A lot of G-forces. Yeah, sensible, yeah. You don't have a lot of, like, the different things that you have, you only have so many, like, track options. Yeah, it wasn't a serial at one point. It was. Why does everyone want to watch this game? What's happening right now? Should I just play? Should I just have more Harvest Moon streams? Is that what you're telling me? And there's so much stuff you can do. Like, and all of it matters. Like, if I were to put a whole bunch of like decorations and stuff around this ride, the people would the excitement factor would go up. Like in the previous scenario, I built 2 roller coasters in synchronicity against one another, so that they went off at the same time, which made it way more exciting. And then with Gemini. We should open up this ride and charge $250 for it. Oh, ants. I'm well aware the merry-go-round broke down. I'm well aware. Oh no, there's puke on the ground. We gotta deal with that. We gotta deal with the puke coasters. No one's gonna get sick on the boat hire, we hope. So the original, you had to like click each 4x4 section. In this, they added a patrol area. I don't know how much stuff was just added into, but I like all the quality of life improvements. Like they made it so that all the stuff opens automatically for the most part, like all the shops and stalls. Yes, that is what you would need, Ant. Yes. It does go on sale, but the GOG version is way less quibble than the Steam version, I guess. What I find really funny is I have a friend who attempted to make this game work on Windows 11, and they could not get Roller Coaster Tycoon 1 to work on Windows 11. I did get this game to run in DX-Win and stuff. I was having weird issues running the Roller Coaster Tycoon 1. That's how I ended up on this OpenRCT 2. It would basically, Windows would kind of do weird stuff. Like, I'd have to wait like a minute after the program finished, and I couldn't, all the right-click and context menus in Windows are messed up. I don't think it's a GOG issue, because I'm pretty sure the Steam has this, it has to do with the way the executable runs. I don't have any issues with RCT, the OpenRCT 2, so the key differences you'll notice if you remember Roller Coaster Tycoon 1 that you got in a cereal box, Kanata phone. Wow, this is a really popular ride. How's our other ride doing? Is this person sick? Oh, Aaron H is actually not puking from that ride. Good. What was I saying? I was saying words. Oh yes, the rule differences. So I remember in the old game I could like charge like 40 or 50 bucks. So like in it plays the game by Roller Coaster Tycoon 2 rules, which I think people are a little bit more sensitive to price, so I can't charge as high prices as I would in the first game. And like stuff like I'm playing the first game, but instead of it being $35 a month for a handyman, it's $50. It's playing by Roller Coaster Tycoon 2 rules. Which it makes the game a little bit harder, so I'm not opposed to that. But you also have access to, I think, a couple quality of life features and stuff that you would have to deal with just one. But if you were looking for the pure authentic, nothing is it's just like inflation hit. That's how I'm considering it. Otherwise, everything is basically the same. And the reason that I have the game zoomed in a little bit more, that's why a lot of the pixel, like if you're seeing any kind of weird font pixelation or anything, it's because of that. I figured I'd make it a little bit easier for me to see. Because this can run, you could take a massive window. Do we have kiosks? No. What are we researching? Oh, we got the spinning mouse. Oh, okay. That doesn't seem very exciting. The mine train coaster is probably the most exciting thing I could do. I don't have enough money to do that. How much actual dollar bucks do we have? Oh, that's it. We have 7 grand. Oh yes, this scenario, we need to get 750 guests in the park, so we just need to keep building. The one thing I always found funny is that they can leave the boundaries of the game. They're little random walkabouts. You can give them an actual course to follow, but in this game, you'll notice that there's only land rights. I don't think we can buy any in this. Yeah, we can't buy any in this level. Did we win an award? No awards. Build your own is always cheaper. I don't think so. I don't think it matters. If you built the same thing, it would cost you as much money. If you build a small coaster, yeah, it's not going to cost you as much. I just know because of the way the water is and how many structural supports to do the... Like, my land is kind of flat unless I build into this. It's any coaster that I want to build is going to cost me like 5 grand at least. Because I need it... Part of the mechanics of this game is if the excitement rating isn't high enough, it can't really command, like, here, let me show you. Look at the ride thing here. So you have the ride status. Well, right now, no one's on the kiddie rides. No one likes those. But we build them anyways because it allows us to raise, like, the entrance rate to the thing. But you'll see total profits. You know, the suspended coaster isn't that popular yet, but it's newer. But like this crazy caterpillar, you see, we're just making a ton of money. How come no one likes this coaster? Looks too intense for me. No one's really walking there yet. It's also like July of the first year. We started in March. But basically, this is what I expect. Is like every coaster makes a bunch of profit. So within a year, it usually pays itself off. But like all the other small rides don't really pay themselves off. People are hungry. You are correct, Midori. But look we have one ice cream stand. You don't think the one ice cream stand is enough? I don't know. I think part of the issue is that there's all these footpaths to nowhere. In fact, this is what we're going to do. One thing that they added with one of the expansion packs was you can put up a staff do not enter sign. Now, naturally, we just want to build more stuff in the park, but like, I don't want these people stranded, but at the same time, like, none of this. There. So that'll at least keep them from, like, walking in dumb places. But one thing you could do when you start a scenario is like dump a bunch of the unnecessary footpaths. Because if I was like playing for like super keepsies, like I already know I can get enough guests in the park within the time limit to beat this scenario. It feels pretty secure. But just, you know, it's a random walk scenario, so like these people walking into areas where there's just nothing, and I don't want to build like 4 food court kind of things. What is a looping roller coaster? Oh, this is the good one, a steel roller coaster. Is this the one that I built? Oh man, Shuttle Loop is my favorite. We're gonna build Shuttle Loop. Shuttle Loop is the best. Because I'll show you what Shuttle Loop can do. Because it would be not good. We're gonna save the game first before we shuttle our loop. Yeah, it's like hacks. Oh man. Oh there. Oh hang on. There's 1 lap left in the race. I want to see if Herbst gets Custer here. They're at Indianapolis. I wouldn't say it's OP, it's Excitement's only 4, but it is nice and compact and lets us add another ride. Oh man. Herbst is... Oh, he gets into him in the short shoot. So they're going to go side by side, they bump, they touch. Coming to the final lap of the race, they're all the way down by the pit wall. They're bumping and banging going, oh my goodness, and there's a lapped car in front of them. Well, this is... Somebody's going to get... If he gets... So you got Almirola, who got in the middle. It wasn't a lap car. That was Eric Almirola. So now you got Almirola, then Herbst. Herbst is on his... He's within a tenth of a second. And they're going into turn 3 at Indy. Are you going to run it all the way below the white line into the grass? Yep, he's running it all the way to the apron. He is under him. He is going to get him. And Almirola can only... He bangs doors, gets him loose, going through turn 4. Herbst gets a little bit loose, but I don't know. I don't think they're bumping and banging for second place. Well, that's it. That is it. Riley Herbst wins the race. What a big win. All right. But yeah, so we'll save the game here because the best part about Shuttle Loop is, doesn't this one have powered launch? Can we? Yeah, this one has the powered launch. So if we were to make the launch speed something crazy, this is what happens. Oh dear. Oops. But that does let us do some things. So like, for instance, Shuttle Loop. I think we can go a little bit faster. Iggy's Mr. Dew's Wild Ride. What is the maximum speed? Is it 60? It is 60. Let's see if 60... There you go. That's probably like nausea-inducing, right? But you can see positive vertical G 6.8. Some people are not going to be feeling good after this ride. You are correct, sir. Do not let the brakes fail. Man, Sensible Streamer. Today we learned one of Sensible Streamer's favorite games. Am I connected to the... Oh goodness, I'm very high up on the ground here. Alright. Let's put down some benches so that the people puking off of this ride... Yeah, I should probably build one more, huh? Should probably make it so that it's got a little bit more safety margin. Oh, it doesn't let me go any higher. Well, best of luck to all who may enter. $2. Make sure you sign the waiver. I could actually... Hold on. Can't... Oh, I probably can't do brakes. No, I can't do brakes. Brakes have to be on a straight piece of track. Is there actually a coaster that does that? You know what would be really crazy? I have a crazy idea. I wonder if this would make it... We need some... Yeah. I wanna save my ride. Maybe I can't save the ride because I... Oh, here it is. Nicely done, Ant. Fantastic. So there are cheats and stuff to like unlock the later scenarios, but since you've never played it before, I would just enjoy it. The nice thing about this version is once you complete the scenario, like back in the day, you had to wait out year 3, and the game couldn't go that fast. Now you actually have like a little turbo button here to make it go a lot faster. But what you want to do in the earlier scenarios to kind of, I guess, make it not seamless, but make it so like when you get to the later scenarios you can kind of focus on the park challenges, is to figure out some really nice rides that don't take up a ton of space that you can sort of put down and have to worry about just how to fit them in or like make small tweaks to them to get them to fit. Because eventually in the game it's going to matter. You have to really pack your parks. You're going to have to get a lot of people. You have to make sure they're happy. Hey, Kai. Like the game does get harder, but I mean it's also kind of a fun game too. But the challenging parks are a lot more challenging than the beginner scenarios. They also last longer. But I just take a save whenever I finish a park and go to the next one. But what we want to do here is I'm going to build another one of these and put it next door, and I'm going to show you the bonus. What's this one? If it lets me build it, I might not have enough space. I don't have enough space. Like, see, in this case, the entrance is actually blocking it. So I actually can't do it. I'd have to just build it again. I think everyone loved the shuttle loop. So in this case, I just have to build my own. One thing I don't know how to do, by the way, is raise, like put it on supports. If anyone knows how to do that, please tell me. No, I have not, Ant. I know a lot of people that have worked at Disney World, which is kind of funny. Like, how do I... in building, build where I'm already at this height? Is there a way to do that? I don't know. I haven't been on a roller coaster since like a million years ago. Not quite not quite a big, you know, not huge on it. But I would get on a coaster before a lot of other quote-unquote thrill rides, as they tend to be a lot safer than all of the other choices. How do I loop-de-loop? Helix up. Yeah, that's usually what I do, is do that. So you'll notice, Ant, that on a lot of these coasters, you have to, like... There we go, vertical loop left or right. That's how we do it. Yep. Except we'd be splashing down here, so we gotta go up more. Oh boy. Well, that's why we made it do not enter, right? So we just get rid of the footpaths. So this is going to make everyone sick, right? Like, how will it not? Ooh, is that really? No way, dude. Did you really do it? Hold shift and drag the mouse up. Oh man, if you did, I love you forever. Right, we're gonna see what happens if we test this. Now, I'm not gonna cheat and do the simulated, because if we crash it, that's our own fault. We gotta actually test it. Oh, so yeah, you get continuous circuit block sectioned mode. I don't think 31 miles an hour is enough. No way. No, I think we're safe. Oh, dear Lord. How is this? This has got to be puke-inducing. Oh my word, they're all going to puke on this ride, but they're going to love it. So, because intensity ratings, like, one of the tricks of this game is not everyone wants to ride this kind of ride. Like, this is not necessarily good for business, but we're going to try it. Did I make a better one than the... I did not make a better one than the other one, but it's a different coaster, so we'll work with it. Add some rubbish bins. Where were you when I had a PC? I always did it the hard way. Oh, does that really work? Let's see. If I build a custom. Shift does something. No, it's not shift. Is it alt? No. Okay, it's none of those. Nope. Okay, I'm just going to ask the internet. can't seem to find... I don't know. If someone figures out how to do it, let me know. I can't believe people... Who would ever want to ride that? That just sounds... Yeah, if you figure it out, Sensible Streamer, or anybody, tell me. Because that's normally what I would do is raise a block. Instead of, yeah. Oh man, the wild mouse. Cheesy mice. Oh, the crazy vole. Oh, this is a good one. Can we just get it in here? Yes, we can. Beautiful. Wait, are we charging money? We better be charging money for my loop-de-loop art. It's $2. We need another mechanic. Okay. Whoops. I do know that 8, 9, and 0 are like the show all the height maps. Shift will lock something in place and let you move it up and down as much as you can. All right. Okay, this is not working. So I'm just going to do something like this. Okay. That did do something. It's showing like the height map. So I don't think you're far off. Don't pay attention to the fact that we're just like carving into everything. Don't pay attention to that. Get some of these people off this ride not sick. Okay. Okay, so like the easiest ride to see how this works would be something like this. Shift will lock something into place. I know that's not what just happened. No. Shift will lock something in place and let you move it up and down as much as you can. Okay, so you have to hold Shift and then something. Yeah, something. Hold Shift. That did not do it. Nope. I did see it. That you did just see it. Oh, so you hold Shift, and then I'm not pressing left click. You just hold Shift. And that's changing the height map. So there you go. Give me my rock music back. I guess I should compare. Because I purposely never looked up the formulas for how any of this works. So they have about the same excitement level. But the one on the left is less nauseating and less intense. They're pretty similar though. So I'm not sure I'm gaining much. But this one's slightly more nauseous-inducing. Let's see how much money we're making. Crazy Caterpillar is still our best coaster. It is a hit. It's also at the front of the park. Oh dear lord. This was a mistake. They're just gonna be in line to get on the Boat forever. Well, at least they think the park's clean and tidy. At least there's that. You gotta wait 21 minutes to get on the boat. The Boat. Does it say the average length of the ride? No, it doesn't. I'm surprised they even get on that ride. This coaster, the mini suspended coaster, why are we not making a boatload of money on this one? Is this one $2.50 while the other one's $2? Is it a ride length issue? Is that the issue? That's it. Oh man, I've never had to... They've been there for weeks, right? I think that they've been there a very long time. So that's another thing you have to consider is if the ride takes like 3 times as long, yeah, they like it more, but I'm getting less money out of their wallets. But that's why this one doesn't make a lot of money. It's just okay. It's just okay. It's kind of big, but I could always place it and kind of modify it. We probably have enough. Oh my god, these queue lines are way too long. I tend to try to make really exciting rides. I will say the shuttle loop's not getting as much traffic as the other rides. But the shuttle loop lasts, what, like 30 seconds, if that? 9-second ride. Yeah, that is a hack, isn't it? But there really aren't that many people riding it. They certainly, I mean, yeah, it's a quick ride, but they still have to, like, walk to get on the ride and stuff, so there really aren't that many people getting on it. Like, do I have, like, passengers per hour numbers? Total customers. Well, there you go. Nope, nobody can do better than the Crazy Caterpillar. It's one of the best satisfaction rides. Customers per hour. Yes, the Crazy Caterpillar is nearly 2,000 per hour. Wow. Oh, the restrooms. Hilarious. And we don't really have enough cash to do anything else. So the other thing in this game is figuring out how much to charge to like have people enter your park and stuff. Ride tickets, usually I would say it's maybe 50-50. It depends on what you do. I feel I get the most money out of 50-50. Like, it used to be I could charge, like, $5 per... Like, every time I build a good coaster or two, I could, like, charge another $5 to get in. And then each of the rides, I try to charge, like, $2 or $3 for the good ones. All the gentle and, like, thrill ride, like, the non-coaster tracked stuff. Like, all this, like, the scrambled eggs and things. I tend not to charge a whole lot, because many people aren't very interested in them. I think... As far as the game mechanics are concerned, like, everybody that comes into the park has... Like, this was another innovative thing about this game, is that everyone that comes in has... Here you go, preferred ride, intensity more than 4, and their nausea tolerance is average. And basically everyone's randomly generated with a different sized wallet, and sort of different, like, wants and needs. So, if you put, like, the light thrill rides next to, like, the more intense coasters... Sometimes they will ride the less intense ride, and then they'll kind of get their guts up to ride your more exciting stuff. So that's how you kind of close the gap to get the highest ratings and stuff. Is by making sure that everyone has a good time. Because not everyone will get on the coaster. The best part is that, man, you give them free drink coupons and stuff, and they will come to the park, and you, like, if we give everyone a free... We'll give everyone a free drink that comes to the park, and that'll boost the park. I can't believe I've now corrupted Ant. Ant has now been corrupted. Oh, the inverted coaster. Isn't this the one where they're upside down? Yeah. The Mantis or whatever. That's the one like at Cedar Point. So these later designs they cost more, but they let you do things that, like this one was cool. Part of the reason that we get a lot of excitement out of this one with the people that are standing in it, is that whenever they like swing around and stuff, yeah. No one wants to do that research. In the past, like, several weeks, I got Motor City, Detroit. I even got Destiny running on DXWin. But the problem with Destiny is that there's some type of issue with, like, direct draw and stuff from 1996. So as much as I want to play Destiny, I think in order for me to get it to run, I have to use a virtual machine or something. It has to be a straight-up virtual machine running Windows 95 or Windows 98. Because I got the game to run, but it just shows a black screen, and anytime you try to run like a Windows file, like the dialog box to open up a saved game or something, the game just crashes. But I did manage to start a game, but basically, like, it's like Civ. Like, at any point that there's supposed to be like three-dimensional drawn graphics, they're all black screens or the windows don't spawn. So I could try DG Voodoo to see if I could maybe get it to draw some of that stuff, but it's not the same. I do have this on my phone. My old phone had open... No, it had open TTD. It had open TTD and Urquan Masters on my phone. So if I was ever caught in some weird world where I really wanted to do that, I could. But it was very difficult to... Because of it had like the OpenSDL or whatever with the simulated... What you call it? With the simulated like gamepad controls and stuff. It's like, And then I learned you could actually plug in like gamepads to... We have to get some more coffee. Oh, our loop is closed. Oh, here comes the mechanic. So the funny thing about, like, it was mentioned, like, different things can break down. This one is the safety cutout. But the brakes can fail, the powered launch can fail, the merry-go-round can actually, like, the music will all mess up, and the thing, I actually once had it where it was vibrating, like it was an earthquake. And it was like, the music sounded like it was in reverse and underwater, and I thought it was really funny. But your people, like, don't ever get anyone hurt on any ride, because they will, like, it takes like a year or something, but like they will not like you, and they'll be like, hey dude, you need to, I'm not getting on this ride, it isn't safe. In fact, you can even win the least safe park award. Are people still hungry? Oh, everyone's getting sick. The poor boat hire. I don't know what to do about the Boat situation. I think the Boat situation was we never should have. Ice in this? Of course it's all melted. Water in these. Might be a good time after we beat this scenario for me to go for a walk and see if they're playing cricket. I just love, like, watching them do their little thing in this game. I always thought this was cool. Because it's just you know, for a God game, like, every single thing you click on has all the bells and whistles. Like, you can, like, this guy's probably leaving this ride pissed. Oh, nope, I clicked on the wrong one. Yeah. He's hungry, he's mad. Yeah, we need to figure out this queue situation. Can we just, like, close the ride and make the line a lot smaller? Oh, when they don't want to ride. So yeah, like, with the ride's newer. Now, you do have to, like, you're essentially paying a fee to rebuild it, but I kind of have a rule, like, we aren't, like, no cheese and no free lunches. Like, I don't want to abuse the rebuild system or something. This boat hire is such a disaster. What do I do? Do I just increase the price of it so no one wants to get on the boat hire? Let's try that. I normally, like, I make a little track, but, like, this is just a disaster. Is it possible for me to turn some of this into an actual path? Yes. Oh my goodness, thank you. I just didn't want them all falling into the water, okay? Okay, good. Okay, all of you need to eat a burger. Something. Please eat and drink, peoples. Before you all leave the park mad, you're all gonna leave the park mad, aren't you? Yeah, I mean, it's not like you don't pay a price for it, though. I'm pretty sure, like, after the parts have been around for a year, you have to... You'll only get, like, half the money back. So, like, yeah, you can charge more for the ride, but I mean, like, when the people come to the park and stuff, they don't... Like, a ride has to build up popularity, too. Like, yeah, it's new, but, like, when you just open up the park, like, there's, like, an exponential function that happens. It can also help to just advertise for a ride, which probably is cheaper than, like, rebuilding a ride. But, like, you know, if I lose $5,000, that's, like, the park's only open from, you know, March to October. So, I mean, I guess that makes sense. I mean, you could just rebuild it. I don't think that's like some crazy hack. Okay, so we shortened the line for the boat hire. Hopefully... Oh yeah, how many people use their coupon for a free drink? Really good value. can't catch one. But you'll see them enter the park, and they actually have their little voucher. But no one gets in the park for free. No free lunch. Well, I guess you can get a free lunch, but no free park entry. No. What do I do here? We have to be close to winning this scenario. Yeah. I'm not convinced the shuttle loop is a hack. Every time I build it, like, I remember when I played this many moons ago, I'd build like 3 coasters and then run out of money on the earlier scenarios. It doesn't bring in as much, like, look at the total profits. The suspended coaster, yeah, this one's really long and I'm not charging enough money for it. But the Crazy Caterpillar is making $4,400 a month. The shuttle loop is making barely a third of that. And the suspended coaster, that's this one. It's just a really long ride. The Crazy Vol's not making... Why is Vol not making a lot of money? Is the ride too long? 53 seconds! This one's not as good as the... Oh, you know what it is? It's probably the throughput. Yeah, it's the sheer not enough station. So how many cars can Caterpillar do? It's got 8 cars per train and it's got 2 trains, so it can take 32 passengers per run. So that's the issue, is that this one is just, it supports so many people. So that's all the math you have to start doing, and I like that. Just like Transport Tycoon Deluxe, which is also made by Chris Sawyer, all of the information is like here to like do all this math and figure out what's the best way to get as many people as you can on coasters at the same time. Because the later scenarios, like, I don't know the math on how it works, and I kind of don't want to know because it'd probably ruin the game for me. But it's figuring out like people are entering and leaving your park as they run out of money and as they get bored, or like run out of stuff to do, or just want to go home. So the larger your park is and the more lines and like the more stuff for them to be on at once, that's like the more maximum guests you can have in the park at the same time. Not really, Ant. Just, I mean, I can find the mod list that I use for it. Playing the base game is probably the best way to understand it. I use ones that have that make the game's economy very hard, and it basically means you need to deliver things, and the growth and death of the various businesses and towns are based on how well things are delivered to you. So the things that you want to stick around, you actually have to have consistent service to and actually build a good train network. And I also heavily limit the amount of money that I get at the beginning of the game to prevent being able to just double track everything. But I believe it is called the North American Renewal Kit or something, and that one basically adds all kinds of real trains and stuff, and you also can make the game a lot more difficult by using inertia, and like the way the trains run uses an actual physics model as opposed to what the original Transport Tycoon Deluxe did, which was like, I don't know if it was instantaneous, like it had like the acceleration vector is different. Kind of like how it works in this game, like when things go up and down hills, the resistance is different. Whereas I think in original TTD, it just does the math on whether or not it can make it up the hill and just has like a minimum speed that it holds. Whereas when you change this option, it's actually possible for them to end up rolling down the hill if there's too much cargo and stuff. But just playing the original game and understanding what you're working with is probably helpful. The other thing is, all you really need to know is, like, there are path signals to use, and path signals basically look for an open path past the signal. And you'll notice that, so like, I always rib Ridley, because I'm like, the signals in Factorino do not match how they work in real life, whereas the ones in OpenTTD, as far as I know, there are two options. One of them is how they work in real life. But typically a lot of people learning the game, I think, would use path signals, because it tries, whenever it hits a gate, it's basically trying to find a full open path to the next path signal. But anywho, so there's a lot of samples on like how to build various stations and things, and it's a really, really cool game to get into. And just put the settings on easy so you just have like money. The other game, if you really want to go crazy and you want to get complex, and I think OpenTTD has this now, but it didn't when I played it. But there's a game called Open Trans. I think it's just Open... I want to say Open Trans will get you there. But basically it's sort of based in the same British land of all these different towns. And I think it's primarily courier, like road and train. I don't think that one has planes, but it could, I forget. But there's all kinds of different road signage and stuff to use for that, as well as the train stuff. But the point of that game is that every single person that spawns that has goods and stuff to move, they actually have a specific destination to deliver the stuff, as opposed to what happens in a lot of like Transport Tycoon type games, is that, well, you just, you get the milk and eggs or whatever, or the dairy or whatever from some farm, and you can take it to any city because they'll take it. Well, this game, that farm has specific orders that go to specific houses in every single city. So when you build out networks, you have to kind of deal with putting all the stuff in through various distribution networks. If you're looking for something a bit simpler, but the game is really hard, Industry Giant 2, I was playing through at one point, and that one the model is a bit simpler, and it's more about getting stuff from point A to point B as cheaply and as efficiently as you can, as opposed to needing you're not going to build some crazy there's no train switches and all that stuff. It's just you build like a train track that goes up and back, and then your stuff just moves up and back on it, like old school Transport Tycoon, where I think if they cross, they just transparently, like, they can't crash into each other like they can in OpenTTD. But if you do your signals right, like, nothing should ever crash. Also, we need more people in this park. We need to get to 750. What if I just advertised for the park? Let's advertise for the park. But yeah, I just use a bunch of mods for OpenTTD to make it more interesting. There are a whole bunch of AI mods. You can actually see what the AIs build. Maybe someone's made a cooler AI, but I basically just have every game I start with a bunch of random AIs. Some of them build simply, and some of them build more complex stuff. Like some of them actually try to win the game, some of them just create transport networks, but it helps make the world feel more lively than just me building. And it also creates the rule that I have to deal with the fact that once the game starts, there's going to be stuff that's already built that I have to work around if I want to use certain cities and stuff. Sort of a claim to land. Okay, what have we researched, anyways? We have, like, all the coasters, right? Are we out of coasters? The bobsled coaster! Oh, dear. What is this compact inverted coaster? Oh, this is very intense. Revertigo? All of these are very intense. The Deja Vu. I want to see what this one looks like. I don't know if we have money to build it. We don't have the money to build it. Yeah, we need like several more $1,000s. And this is the issue you run into in the later scenarios, is you do need money. I can't believe Crazy Caterpillar is my biggest moneymaker. I did all these other things. And the only thing that makes me money is Crazy Caterpillar. Is it just the sweet spot? Is it because the intensity is lower? Is that the issue? I can just look at intensity this way, right? So I can actually sort it by total profit. Is that the issue? It is the least intense of all of them. Huh. I don't really look at this too much. It's not as exciting, but it's also the least intense. Huh. I guess today we learned. It needs to be fun and not intense. Oh my goodness, you guys want too much space. Let's build a bobsled coaster. Too high for the supports. Let's go a little bit lower. They can complain about the queue length all they want. Gotta add the on-ride photo, because we gotta make money off of these guys somehow. I don't think we can go that way. I don't know if they're going to actually be able to get up that, but we'll try. I'm legit not sure how we're gonna get this back to the station. We're close. Yeah, we actually made it. Oh, you show me how dumb this is. Need an entrance. Okay. Oh, we're about to win. Okay. How's the park going, Ant? Let's see how this is doing. I'm always afraid with rides like this because they might escape the. They might wiggle their way out of the thing. Oh my word! Yep. Well, I wasn't wrong. There are no brakes on this ride, right? We can't build brakes. I can build brakes. No one will ever ride this ride. There's no way. Certainly not before the scenario ends, because now everyone's going to be like, I don't want to get on this ride. It's not safe. But that we're going to use the brakes. But yeah, this and like the dinghies and stuff, like because they're not on a track, they can fling off. And then the other thing is you have to consider, I think, the weight of the passengers matter. So that your test actually is slightly different than the not test. 30 miles an hour is about the limit. Okay, so we did that. Okay, well, we're not dying now, so that's good. I'd be so afraid to open up this. There's no way. This is a terrible ride. This ride's terrible. Oh my goodness, they... Uh-oh, well, we're gonna save it. Bob's... what? Careful there. Careful there. No, so you're gonna see if I go to open up this ride, people are gonna be like, I ain't getting on that. No way. We've almost won the scenario, so I'm not gonna go back. But they're gonna look at the sign and then they're gonna be like, no, just no. Wait, dude's gonna get on it? Oh dear. Okay, there's people turning around. So if I look at the people's, it isn't safe. See, they're Tanya and Quasim. They're very smart. They're very smart meeples. Not getting on the bobsled ride. Very smart. I'm surprised that it actually has a pretty good excitement score. So like, what governed this? Kind of high speed, good ride length, and there's 5 drops. So, but it's another one that we don't have a lot of controls to. But I think the fact that it's got good speed and it's like using a lot of the track. Those poor hapless souls. These poor souls. And we won the scenario. Yes, pay for your highly overpriced on-ride photo. Oh my word. That's so close to just flipping out. And when you add more weight, they're going to go faster. There's no way this ride is remotely safe. There's just no way. Oh man. But I guess people aren't that mad about the safety. But there you go. That's the first one of the challenging parts. This one I have to achieve a park value. These are both park values. So those are make a lot of money. The water park one. Well, that one might actually be hard. But yeah, they start like limiting all the stuff that you get too. So this one we have to get a park value of 150K. And we're about halfway there to start. I think I'm gonna call it there. It's too bad Ant is not streaming. Maybe Ant will stream. I rode this and didn't die. That's right. That's right. Who's doing anything remotely this? What is Portal Runner? Oh, it's an old game. Oh, Toad is celebrating a year. So I'm going to host up. So we might come back later and look at this some more. But I'm going to get up and go for a walk because I'm like cold. And I need to like go outside today. But take it easy, y'all. If I don't catch you later. I'm glad I could hook Ant on this. And I'll be chilling on this offline and stuff. I might distribute in Discord or something too. If you're in the Discord, poke me. Yeah, I can share screen if you see me playing it. It should show that.